I think Kyle Lowry has a rival for the thickest Miami athlete now with Trent Sherfield, man.
Hey yo, what's good, Phin Nation? Welcome back to the #1 podcast and show for the Miami Dolphins here at FIU. Well, not here at FIU. There's currently a hurricane going on outside, which is why we gotta do this virtually. And Anthony is out for the day, but you still got your boy, Big Guapo. You still got your boy, the leader of 2 on, Alfredo. And speaking of Alfredo, I just had a Alfredo pasta. Just thought y'all should. I don't know why I wanted to share that.
I actually hate Alfredo pasta. It's one of my least favorite foods.
Is it actually?
Yeah, I hate that.
Oh my god, bro.
But yeah, bro, we're limited because of the hurricane that didn't even really touch us. Studios closed, and we're down a member, but we're gonna push on.
We're gonna push on, just like the Dolphins pushed on last Sunday. We're still undefeated, bro.
Yep.
Yo.
One of 2 undefeated teams in the league. It's the first time we're 3-0 since 2018. But it doesn't feel like the 2018 year. This feels different. It feels like we're for real here now, and I'm excited.
It feels like we have a chance, and I'm glad. And I'm not glad. I'm actually sad that Anthony's not here today because he was the only one that was right. He's the only one that predicted that the Dolphins would win because he's an optimist, obviously. But they pushed through and they got the dub.
I'm very happy to have been wrong again. I've been wrong often. I've been wrong 2 of the 3 weeks so far, but. If I keep being wrong and my credibility goes down the drain, I honestly don't care as long as the Dolphins keep winning. But I'm excited.
It's probably like one of those superstition things. You got to just keep guessing opposites.
Yep. It sucks. Anthony said he was gonna have a nickname for us this week.
But yeah, he did. He said he's gonna have it, but he's not here. Rest in peace.
We're gonna we're gonna have to hold off until next week when we're hopefully 4-0 because we do play the Bengals
tonight. We played tonight.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm excited, but let's talk about the Bills game.
Yeah, we'll get into that later. Okay, so I'm super stoked the Dolphins won. I'm super proud. I'm not impressed, though, okay? Because I was watching the game. Yes, listen to me now. I was watching the game, and I don't believe that the Dolphins were playing at the level that they could have been playing. I mean, I've seen what they did to the Ravens in the fourth quarter, and it didn't look like that team. All right, honestly, it felt like they were button mashing the entirety of the game. And yes, I understand that you're playing the #1 team in the NFL. All right, I understand that it was a difficult team to beat, but at the same time, you had home field advantage. You had a lot of starters that were out. All right. And you had the Heat, like the actual Miami Heat, not the basketball team, on your side, and you still struggled, all right? And so that's why I'm not I wasn't impressed with the performance, although I am super proud that they were able to beat the Bills.
Well, I wouldn't say the team necessarily struggled, like the Bills defense is one of the best in the league, obviously. And, they were depleted, but they're still better than what the Ravens defense is, in my opinion. And also, you have to take into consideration the fact that the Dolphins really only had 3 drives the entire game that went past the first down. Like, the Bills offense had the ball forever. They had over 40 minutes of possession. So, the defense was on the field for a really long time. And if anything, I think that's just credit to how good the defense was to be able to be on the field for so long and still hold them off, to only allow really 17 points. And that's just a credit to them. Despite how often the Bills were able to get down the field, they forced a turnover. The Bills missed a kick. So I think it's just a testament to how good the Dolphins defense held up when it really mattered.
That's another thing I want to get into. The stats were absolutely crazy. Look, I'm going to share my screen right now. This is the ESPN stats. Look at all this. 40 minutes possession for the Buffalo Bills, and only 19 were played by Miami. And then you have to take into consideration that 17 of those minutes were actually Tua, because he was out for about 2 minutes because of that really bad concussion scare. I mean, he says it's his back. But
I just want to say...
Tua was concussed.
Tua was absolutely concussed, but I think the medical staff and the coaching staff saw what Teddy Bridgewater did in those 3 plays, and they're like, "No, we got to get this guy back out there because we are not gonna make it out this game like this."
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be out for the game, and I was like, if Teddy Dirty Bridgewater, bro, is our is our only hope to defeat the Buffalo Bills. We lost. Yeah, but back to the stats. We got off track for a little bit. 40 minutes possession from the Bills, 19 from Miami. First downs, 31 for the Buffalo Bills, and only 15 from Miami. 497 yards, almost 500, more than doubling the amount of yards that Miami had, and they still lost the game. I mean, you look at any other game with these stats, right? You look at any other game, and you would have said that the Bills absolutely washed the Dolphins. So it's just crazy to me. Like, you know, the Dolphins are a very special team because I believe they're the only ones that can actually do this. I mean, it was crazy what they did last week. Crazy what they did this week, right?
The defense, like I already said, the defense came up huge, but it wasn't even just the forced fumble in the red zone or the missed kick. It was also being able to hold them off on fourth down towards the end of the game. You know, like, how often does Josh Allen look that bad? You know, he missed open receivers. He underthrew what would have been 10-yard passes. Like, I think you really have to give credit to the Dolphins defense for holding them off, especially on fourth down in a situation like that.
I mean, honestly, I don't even think it was it was the Dolphins, but it was also the fact that they were just pissing Josh Allen off the entire game.
Yeah.
He was getting frustrated towards the second half, and I think that's what really messed him up. He was losing all of his players due to cramps because of the heat again. All right, Miami is very smart for building and designing the stadium the way that they did it, allowing the opponents to only have the sunny side, and then, you know, home gets to sit in the shade.
But I feel like, does that constitute as cheating, kind of?
No, it's strategy.
I mean,
you know?
no, and a lot of people were saying it's kind of cruel to make a South Florida team go and play in the snow in January, which I get, but damn, having them sit out in the sun.
That's football. I mean, I've seen ever since the game ended, I've seen the Bills only lost because of this, because of that, and they're just making excuses, bro. That's the game.
Yeah.
Come on now. True. I understand that these are not every Sunday circumstances for the Bills, all right? But you still got to find a way to win. I mean, the Dolphins were able to do that. They were down, 200 points. They still found a way to win.
Yeah.
Not at home, all right? I believe that the Dolphins, they just take whatever they can. They, whatever advantages they can.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we're going to have to look for a response when we play in December against the Bills in Buffalo. And you know how the weather gets over there. Anybody that wears a Bills jersey is just an enemy. And speaking of enemies on that team, oh man, I hate Milano. He almost took out my guy. He was number one on my hit list after that. Yeah, but thank God he came back in and he balled out. I think he really played well in the second half. And we ended up going on that drive in the fourth quarter that gave us a lead with 10 minutes to play, and was the last time the offense really touched the ball until the last 2 minutes, which is crazy.
Yeah, let's get into the last 2 minutes, bro. I don't think the Dolphins coaching was all there the last 2 minutes. I mean, they were making crazy calls. Yeah. Bro, yeah. I felt like I was a better coach during that time. I was what was it? The Bills were in the red zone for the last 3 minutes, right? I was telling him to just let them score, bro. That way you can get the ball back and come back in the final 2 minutes. You've done that before just last week, all right? So you're capable of doing it. So why not do it this time? And then that resulted into the butt punt. I was telling him to go for the safety, bro. I was like, please, just go for the safety, but then they just had to punt. I was like, bro, they lost the game. Then the butt punt happened, right?
Yeah.
And then they ended up getting the safety anyway. And I was like, thank God, that this happened. Everything happens for a reason. Thank God for the butt punt.
But no, we got really lucky that the Bills were out of timeouts when they got the ball back, because that's what ended up killing them. And on the butt punt, man, I just want to say, I think Kyle Lowry has a rival for the thickest Miami athlete now with Trent Sherfield, man. Let me tell you, you saw what Tyreek Hill said? Say he has strong butt cheeks. I think Kyle Lowry.
I was mad.
Kyle Lowry has a rival now, man. I'm telling you. No, but yeah, that was insane. The execution late in the game, I think, was terrible. I think they were being too conservative, trying to run the ball and get some cushion. The defense in that last drive wasn't holding up very strongly either. Cause Jalen Phillips missed a tackle that would have pinned them behind the line of scrimmage and would have forced a fourth down. Instead, they get a first out of that. You know, the Dolphins defense was really lucky in the last drive.
Yeah, just give the Bills 10 more seconds. They could have won the game.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, and then after that win, it's been raising a lot of questions. You know, like, oh, the Dolphins are for real. Some people think the Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl. Some people think that right now they're the best team in the league. I don't believe that. I still think that the past 2 games they've lost to teams that are overall better than them, right? They just find ways to win when they have to.
Yeah, the Dolphins right now are definitely punching above their weight, in my opinion. And sitting at 3-0, having beat 2 really good teams, sitting at 3-0 on top of the conference, leading the division. I mean, it's looking really good, but it's about keeping this week to week, you know?
Yeah, you got to stay consistent, and you can't overestimate or underestimate any of your opponents, like the Bengals that they're playing tonight, because we're obviously, this is live, and we're recording this the day of it airs.
Of course.
They play the Bengals tonight. At the beginning of the season, I thought this was going to be a tough, 3-week back-to-back, the Ravens, the Bills, the Bengals.
Yeah.
But the Bengals just haven't been looking good so hot this year.
Yeah, but I honestly don't think that's permanent. I think they're going to get it right, and they're going to start catching fire soon. I mean, I feel like they're too talented to do so. They just had a really rough couple of weeks in the first 2 weeks of the season, and they're coming off a win against the Jets, which, the Jets are a nice little free W for any team, I feel, that just wants to get the gears moving. But they have a really talented receiving core in Tyler Boyd, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, and obviously we know what Joe Burrow does. I think they're gonna catch on, but not for now. They're gonna go 1-3, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully the Bengals have a really bad offensive line that we've seen, and we know how good the Dolphins can be when it comes to sacking and pressuring the quarterback. So obviously, I expect to see a lot of that going on. Joe Burrow is I think he's the most sacked quarterback in the league right now.
Yeah.
I keep it going, bro. Keep it going.
Yeah.
I don't see any reason for them not to add that pressure on them, because everyone knows that is probably their biggest liability. Capitalize on it, right?
Mm-hmm. Their secondary is actually, I don't think people give them enough credit. They're gonna have a big battle with between Tyreek Hill and Eli Apple, but Tua seems pretty confident in that. He said that if that's the matchup, Tyreek's getting the ball a lot, so that's good for him. Considering he was pretty quiet last week. Also good for my fantasy team, because my team is bad, but I have him as my number 1 receiver.
Bro.
But yeah, it's not gonna be easy at all. I'm not expecting the Bengals to be, even though they're 1-2. They just went to the Super Bowl for a reason, so definitely expecting a good matchup here. Let's get into predictions now.
Yeah, let's get into predictions.
Bengals are 1-2. Dolphins are sitting at 3-0. They're number 1 in the NFL power rankings, on ESPN's NFL power rankings, which I've never seen in my lifetime. It's insane. Yeah, so
they're number 1 on ESPN. They're number 3 in the NFL.
Yeah, so it's a new Dolphins era here. What do you think for the 4th game?
For the 4th game, okay. You got good offenses. You got a good defense, subpar defense. It might, score around the same as, this game. Maybe a little bit more. I'm saying maybe 27-20 Dolphins,
Okay. I think it's going to be, all Miami, to be honest. I'm not trying to discredit the Bills, but, like you said, their O-line is bad. They've almost gotten Joe Burrow killed a couple times this season. And the Dolphins
you mean the
defense,
Bengals?
What did I say?
Discredit the Bills.
Yo, my bad. I meant to say discredit the Bengals. They have a weaker O-line, and the Dolphins, I feel like with the blitz could do a couple things there. So, and the offense, we know about the Dolphins offense by now. So,
we know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 31-14 Dolphins. I'm feeling a little confident.
I hope you're. Do we hope you're right?
No, yeah. We definitely hope I'm right this time.
Yeah. That would be crazy, bro. That would be absolutely embarrassing for the Bengals.
No, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a good performance from them this week.
You really? Okay.
Yeah.
If you say so, bro. Well, there you go. You have it. We have the predictions in. The Dolphins play tonight. Make sure you go watch it on Amazon Prime, because that's where all the Thursday games are going to be on, this season.
Or illegal streams. I know most of you use illegal streams.
Hey, yo, don't mention the illegal streams, man. Anyways, thank y'all for watching, even though this was not conventional. We're both in like the comforts of our own home right now. But next week, best believe, after Hurricane Ian does its thing, we're gonna be back. With the regular show. I know we've only just started, but thank y'all for watching.
We'll be back with Anthony, and
we'll be back with Anthony
for the big reveal of his nickname.
So stay tuned for that. All right, y'all take care. All right, peace.
Hands up.